Devin Haney suing Ryan Garcia. This is breaking as of 4 minutes ago via Mike Coppinger. We talked about this about a few months ago after the result was rendered. This is your boy JG. This is the Punch Report. In this video, I'm going to go over some of the details that have been outlined and why Devin Haney is suing Ryan Garcia and why it's not likely to go anywhere, in my humble opinion. Let's just get into the content. So Ryan Garcia is being sued by Devin the Dream Haney, and it states as such. Devin Haney claims he suffered physical injury, reputational damage amounting to millions of dollars, and emotional and mental distress. I think overall it's a bad look for Devin Haney. In my opinion, it would have been best for him to just move on from the bout. He got it overturned, no contest. Ryan Garcia suspended for a year, and start to look for the next opportunity to get yourself back in the ring, back in the squared circle, and in front of an opponent that will give you a tough bout, but kind of a tune-up just to kind of get your confidence back, get your timing back, reestablish yourself as one of the best fighters in the division, that being, I don't know at this point, 40, catch weight's 47. There's a lot of stuff floating around out there. But let me get into why I feel as though this lawsuit's going to be largely fruitless. I've said this before. I'll say it again. When Ryan Garcia came in and he missed weight, what did Devin Haney and his team do? They negotiated for cash and accepted the terms. So from that point there, from a legal perspective, you signed up to fight a guy who disrespected the terms of the original contract. You renegotiated and made the decision to fight Ryan Garcia anyway, got cooked. One might say, well, what about the ostering the banned substance? Yeah, that could be a route that you could take, but that would require you to establish intent. You would have to somehow prove that Ryan Garcia knowingly ingested a banned substance, a SARM, in his system, and knew it would result in him being able to just whoop your ass all over the ring for 12 rounds. This has already been adjudicated in New York. Ryan Garcia didn't even get suspended for a banned substance in his system. He got suspended for failure to disclose upon a form, a document that he's supposed to submit to the New York State Athletic Commission. So from that perspective, what is the real recourse for Devin Haney? He's wasting money, in my opinion, on a frivolous lawsuit that has no bearing, will not last longer than 45 seconds in the court of law. Now, it's possible. You know, I'm not a lawyer, not legalese. You know, these are just my opinions. But if you look at the grand scheme of things, you look at common sense, you look how these things play out, you've already had a decision rendered by the Athletic Commission, suspension of a year, for failure to disclose the substance, or I believe it was supplements, whatever the case may be. You have a renegotiated contract between Team Haney and Team Garcia, where you were cool with him being overweight. You accepted those terms and money, whether it was $1 million or $600K, some are reporting different numbers. Regardless of that, you accepted those terms, and now you're saying somehow this was fair. You are suing because you got beat up real bad by Ryan Garcia. In the comment section right now, let me get your thoughts, feelings, your initial reaction to the report from Mike Coppinger. I saw the breaking news banner. I popped up on ESPN and the article isn't loading appropriately. So I went over to X and got a little more information. But as I mentioned before at the top of this video, Devin Haney suing Ryan Garcia for beating him up. April 20. I don't know why Devin Haney continues to pursue this angle. It's clear that his team needs a lot of help, because this ain't it. Eddie Hearn, what he said last week, that Devin Haney's essentially going to price himself out of bouts, doesn't look like he wants to take a tune-up bout. He tried to go the Turkey out of sheet route, but Turkey's going to want him to fight somebody real for the money. And people are shelling out money for Devin Haney to fight guys that no one's checking for. So you have that, you have the boxing business aspect of it from the perspective of, when does Devin get back? Who does he fight next? Does he take a tune-up? I think he should take a tune-up. I will be looking at the Sandor Martin fight. I would look at that fight. Why not? Right? And now we're going back to the well with the Ryan Garcia stuff. Why? In a case that I don't believe is winnable. Devin Haney and team really need to get somebody in that camp who knows what the hell they're doing. Shout out to Bill Haney. I'm sure he's a great dad. He's not steering the ship correctly, in my humble opinion. I think that Eddie Hearn might mean well, but he's a bit shady, in my opinion. Because on one hand, you had him in camp, that being Eddie Hearn, for the lead up for the Ryan Garcia bout, and he let a bunch of dumb shit happen. Or maybe they disregarded his advice. right? And then after the fact, you have a bunch of sound guidance for Devin after he's been cooked. He's been on the show for a little bit about what he should do and some of the missteps that Devin's now making. So I guess Eddie Hearn, in my opinion, is a hard read. But something's definitely has to change in this camp because it's not looking good for Devin Haney. And it's really weird because you get the DAZN bag, you fight a couple bums, you get some notoriety, then you start taking on really great fights. You do everything you're supposed to do. Shut your face, get victories, collect titles, become undisputed. You had the Hoy Leonidas bout, Loma bout, Jojo Diaz was kind of whatever. You cook Regis Prograis, everything's going how it's supposed to go. You got greedy with the Ryan Garcia stuff, a guy who has history with you, who is your age, if not your age, definitely, your size, if not bigger, and has unique skills and attributes with speed and power. It wasn't a smaller guy because we know you enjoy fighting those smaller guys. You bit off more than you could chew with Ryan Garcia, slept on him, and then almost got slept, knocked all around the ring. And now, I guess this is a money play, right? Because you're not going to get any more boxing discipline for Ryan Garcia, so I guess you're just trying to tap his pockets. But you look silly doing it. The team looks really silly with some of these actions. And I understand that he might feel like, damn, you know, I got played. This wasn't fair. This wasn't right. Whatever the case may be. But I just keep going back to the fact that you had an opportunity to walk away from this fight. You had a backup opponent already scheduled, on weight, in shape, who was going to be on the card anyway. But you still had to fight Ryan Garcia. You forced the issue. And now you want to sue because it didn't go your way and you got cooked. But at least you got your O back. This is your boy JG. This is the Punch Report. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Devin Haney suing Ryan Garcia for emotional damage, distress, and reputable whatever. I just think it's a bad look. Let me know what you guys are thinking. We out.